some girls will look at your appearance, what kind of phone you have, what car did you drive to get to where they are. In this video, I team up with a Jamaican YouTuber where we discuss African parents not really in support of their children dating or marrying African Americans or people from the Caribbean. We address cross-culture dating, and I share my experiences with dating since I've been to the United States. Coming right up after this. What's happening, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the YouTube. If you are here, thank you for joining us, and if you are not already subscribed, consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. Also follow us on Twitter at @growth_engaged to stay up to date with our previews and sneak peek of our upcoming videos. So like I said in my intro, I'm going to be having a conversation with a Jamaican YouTuber, and we are going to look at whether African parents being opposed to their children marrying or dating people from other cultures, i.e. African Americans or people from the Caribbean, is a general issue, or are they specific from family to family? That conversation is coming up right now. Grab a drink and let's get right into it.
Hey Richard, welcome back to the channel.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be back here again. The last conversation was really amazing. I've been receiving some good feedback about that, and even though I don't know what you have in store for me today, hopefully I can bring some content that will, keep our viewers entertained, but most importantly will bring some perspective to them. So I am ready when you are. Yes. I can't do without my spicy hot sauce, so.
Yeah, Ghanaian pepper. All right, so Richard, so our topic today is gonna be dating. So I did a vlog before, and I'll probably leave it somewhere in this, in the cards somewhere there, about dating, but Africans and Jamaicans, and just when we're in the diaspora, when we go abroad, how difficult it is for the groups to date each other. I had a conversation with a group of people, and they shared their experience where African moms do not want, and the guy who was on it was actually a Ghanaian, do not want their African son dating Jamaican women, right? Mm-hmm. For some reason. I mean, of course, there's a whole truth for all, but I've just heard a lot of stories surrounding that, and a lot of reasons were given. So I just want to know your experience as a Ghanaian guy, not born in the States, but born in Ghana, and then moving to America, what your experience has been like with dating. Have there been any biases? Have you been discriminated against? And I'm not even speaking about Caucasians, but specifically Afro-Caribbeans and other African Americans.
Well, that's an interesting question. So like I said, thank you so much for having me here. If you are here, thank you for making time. So what I'm going to say is my experience. I know my experience with women here and trying to date is not enough to be generalized. So anything I'm going to say here is my experience, and probably experiences of friends that I have who I've seen go through situations like this. But yes, for me, watching TV and movies and seeing how easy it is for a girl to get a guy's number at a party or stuff like that, I felt it was like the reality until I came to the US, right? And the concept of dating, I didn't even know the difference between dating and hanging out with a woman, right? And so for me, the lines were blurred. What constitutes dating? Is it the activities that you do when you are with the person, or is it how you define the moment you are spending together? And I'm going to admit, don't judge me, don't get me wrong, I don't really have a lot of experience when it comes to dating in the United States. Because, like I said, one of the things that you quickly realize is that everybody has their own biases, especially when you say, I'm from Africa. Some women love that idea, African guy. And some women also just don't, because there's also that stereotype of African guys are controlling, African guys are demanding, and African guys will usually sweet talk their way into your life just so they get a green card. And after that, they ghost on you. So some of these things, which may be some people's reality and experiences, so then they put up those walls and guard against, I'm not going to make this mistake again. But there are some, like I said, there are some people who are like open to the idea, because again, they are trying to also bridge that gap to reconnect. And of course, we bring a whole different vibe and different mood. Like, we know how to cook, we know how, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to give a lot of details. So yeah, I remember my first experience, and this was just me trying to get to know somebody. So I met this lady at one of my favorite chicken places. I love my chicken wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, like any day, anytime, with my hot sauce. And so this girl, and the reason she's really nice, especially when it comes to customer service. So when I go and I'm waiting for my food, we would have conversation. And she fixes cars. Like, how many women do you know who say, I like to buy old cars and I fix them and I, tune them, and, so that was fascinating. So then, because I know talking to her at work could lead to her probably getting fired, I was like, hey, would you like to go have coffee with me? And all hell broke loose. She put up like so many different walls. She wouldn't even serve me when I go to the store. Like, it was a whole mess. I didn't understand. And I talked to my boss at the library, and I was like, hey, Amanda, what does it mean if you tell a woman, let's go have coffee? And he was like, don't tell me you told somebody you don't really know like that. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, it means that you are trying to get to know them and pursue something more than friendship with them. And this was something I didn't know. So the reason I'm bringing this context is that because of the different backgrounds that we come from, and how we term the same activities, it is really difficult as an African to be able to fully understand the social norms that are associated with dating. Another example, I met a friend, and 3 days after, she was like, hey, where do you think this is heading to? And in my head, I'm like, wait, like, what does that mean? So basically, she wanted to know if this was going to lead to something more. And in Ghana, it's weird to meet somebody today and be like, hey, I like you, let's pursue something more than friends. So me knowing that in Ghana, you have to meet somebody, take time to know them, develop everything step by step, and see where it goes. That basically also kind of affected or influenced how my dating activities went. So yes, I've had like some of those biases and I won't call them discrimination, but I've had people also not even want to entertain the idea. I remember I had this, again, friend on campus, and she actually wanted to be my friend because when I was in school, I was very involved. A lot of people knew me, especially because of community service and things like that. And so she gave me a ride home a couple of times, and I was kind of getting comfortable. I would share my experiences and stuff. Like, she had a zillion questions, which I like because it shows me that you are taking time to understand, an African, and trying to learn more about things that you never read in a book, right? So for some reason, I was like, hey, I'd like to take you out sometime. And this girl basically told me that, well, I don't know why you want to take me out. I don't know what you are thinking or your thinking process, but if you are trying to pursue something more than friendship, I'm going to let you know I'm not interested because I can't date you. And the reason is you're from Africa, and I feel like the cultures are different. Oh. Yep. Yeah. And so that is where I was like, okay, the fact that I share the same skin color with somebody doesn't necessarily mean that they may be open to pursuing something more than friendship with me. So that also kind of made me not really put myself out there like that. Because for somebody to tell you something like that, even if that wasn't the intention, it's really painful to hear it from somebody you identify with, somebody you share the same skin color with. So yeah, I think that just our different geographical locations and upbringings influences all of that, and mainly because of the culture.
Whoa, like I'm so surprised that she actually said that. Was she Afro-Caribbean or African
African
American?
American, African American. But I'll be quick to say that since, come
Have
again.
you tried dating an Afro-Caribbean?
Um,
Are you
let's
one of
see.
the Caribbean girls?
I mean, I have a couple of, I haven't tried dating any of them, but I have a couple of friends, especially when I was in school. I did a project with one. I have a couple of, I had a Jamaican friend, also in my cohort, not necessarily in my class, but I haven't necessarily explored or even I haven't thought along those lines. So
Okay, you should.
well, I mean
Jamaican girls are the best.
but I will be quick to say that since I moved to Richmond, I've met some amazing people here, and I actually went on a date for the first time sometime in October last year. And even that, because again, how dating is seen and perceived in Ghana is sort of different from how it is here. It was even difficult for me to plan a couple of them, but it was an experience, like just going on a picnic and just having fun. Like, it was an eye-opener and an experience, and it's something that I always tell this person that I went on a date with, that I'm grateful that I got to experience that with her. And but yeah, I've been on a couple of dates which I'm not going to go too deep into right now.
So let me just ask you though. So like, you're saying that the main difference though in dating in Ghana versus dating in the States is that in the States, if you're asking someone out, you need to make sure that you know that, okay, what it is that you want, and don't waste my time. Whereas in Ghana, it's more relaxed, you know, you can just take a friend out and, no one thinks anything of it. You just know that you're just going out for food or whatever the case may be. But in the States, it's a different perception.
Yeah, like in the States, dating could be as easy as sitting in front of each other and just drinking coffee and having conversation and talking about what are your interests, what are your likes and dislikes, what do you do in your spare time. Like, so it's that process of trying to get to know the person, to be like, okay, this person has XYZ qualities. It complements my ABCDEFGH qualities. This is somebody I want to do this with. So now I'm willing to actually pursue a relationship with this person. In Ghana, it's hard work. It is hard work. Like, even talking to a girl, some girls will look at your appearance, what kind of phone you have, what car did you drive to get to where they are. So even getting a phone number, it's a big deal.
I've heard some stories. Yeah, I've definitely heard some
stories.
It's
a big deal. Like, if you are asking a girl out, some girls, like, of course, again, it's not going to be a generalized situation, but if you're asking a girl out to come even hang out with you, if you don't take care, you are taking care of the transportation. She's going to bring the Uber, she's going to drive, you're going to pay for the Uber, you're going to pay for her food. If you're not lucky, her 3 best friends back home will have to eat from your pocket. You know what I mean? Those are the people we call stakeholders. They don't have anything to do with you, but trust me, you have to make sure stakeholders are happy in order to become a shareholder in the main business. So that's the thing. So one of my shocks was when I came here and I tried to pay for somebody's drink. And she was like, no, I shouldn't. Like, she's going to pay it. I was like, because I'm not used to going out with a girl and they will willingly be like, okay, I'm going to pay. It's on you to be the man. So again, when it comes to dating here, it could just be about hanging out and playing a video game together or watching Netflix, taking walks. But it's that consistency of spending time, putting in time, effort, energy to get to know somebody on a much deeper level, to see if this is somebody that you really want to go a step further with. But like I said, there are some amazing African American people. I have friends who have married African Americans, and there's no problem. They are happy. Everything is going well. So again, it could be on an individual basis, because like I said, we are all different.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Always, nice to hear, other perspectives. Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
Yeah, like so like we talk about these things, right? And so when the lady said that to me about wanting to date me if that was the intention that I had because I was from Africa. I told her that, look, people see culture, like African culture, as this giant pizza, but it's not the case. Like even in Ghana, there are multiple ethnic groupings. So the culture in Cape Coast is different from the culture in Kumasi and the culture in the north. And there are some tribes or families who will never allow anybody within that family to marry from a specific tribe in that same country. You know, so I think it is important to talk about that and bring that in perspective to let people know that it's not like we are trying to bash the situation, but we are trying to look at where the disconnect is and why some people may not be open to the idea of dating people from outside cultures. But some of these things go deeper than an individual. It could be family values, right? Mm-hmm. It's like coming from a family where everybody is an engineer. So even if you are bad at math and science, you are still being forced to be an engineer so that you are not the person who breaks that line of engineers. Same thing. Some families are never open to the idea of marrying from another family, even within most African communities. So I just thought I would share that as an added perspective for viewers to kind of understand. And if you're watching this video and you have any experience in dating somebody who is not from your home country or your tribe or your culture, or even your religion that you ascribe to, share with us in the comment section below what your experience has been. If you are in the process of trying to pursue somebody, what are some of the hurdles and challenges or questions that people ask or you are dealing with? Again, we would like to know your thoughts to also help us become globally engaged. So use the comments box. Don't be a spectator, be an active participant of the content. Let us know what you think. And if you are watching and you are not yet subscribed up to this point, it takes you 0.05 seconds to click on the red subscribe button down there and click on the notification bell. Also, do us a favor whilst you're at it and hit on the like button so that, you know, YouTube shares this video to other people who may need to hear what we are discussing.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay, so since we are on the subject of dating, I have a question for you. I know that you've been to Ghana a couple of times. What has been your experience as a Jamaican living in a different country, but who is also a travel lover, and you've been to multiple countries? What has been your experience as far as dating is concerned? And, you know, are you available, like, or have you met anybody in your recent trips where it's like,
all right, so in Africa, let me start in Africa. In Africa, I have met a few interesting people.
Which countries, to be specific? You know, Africa is not a country.
I know.
So let's. Yeah.
So I've met a few people in Kenya. I've met a few people in Ghana. In South Africa, if I was open, I think, you know, I would have been able to date people there as well too. But honestly, as a Jamaican, whenever I travel to any of the African countries, it's always met with love. You know, I have met a lot of people who have had interest and who I possibly could have dated. But distance, sometimes culture, to be honest, sometimes culture, you know, does play a part. And it's not everyone, because recently I did meet someone that, you know, even though we're from different cultures, like I'm open, you know, I'm definitely open to that. So while I lived in Asia, that was like, no. For the 4 years that I was in Asia, I went on one date and it was with a Nigerian. And I wasn't like put off by that at all, really, to be honest, because I'm not interested in dating anyone from Asia. And people do have their biases, but after having lived there and just having experienced the culture, you know, knowing what they're all about, having spoken to their women, and you know, the issues that the women had and just how they operate, I knew that that was something that I didn't want to venture in, right? I didn't want to date an Asian. So, I mean, I do understand people and their biases, and I'm not against people not dating people because of their culture, you know. From a cultural standpoint, cultures are different, and you kind of know what you will put up with and what you won't. So from that, you know, from that perspective, you know, I'm not really against that. What I am against though is that people not dating people because of this, because of skin color or, you know, of certain generalizations, stuff like that. But yeah.
What is your idea of dating? Like as far as the Jamaican community is concerned, what constitutes dating?
Well, I'm going to give a personal view on this, you know, because as I said, everyone's, you know, is different. For me, dating is just getting to know people. That's what dating is for me, all right? Dating is just getting to know people, and I'm open to dating several people at a time, several people at the same time, because I'm just getting to know you, you know? To me, after you have seen what people are about and you decide, okay, then, you know, this is the person I'd like to get to know even more, then that to me constitutes courting, you know? Now I'm getting to know you a bit more in the hope that, okay, this can probably lead to marriage. So for dating for me is just getting to know people, you know?
Yeah. So my last question, you've been to Ghana twice. I saw an interesting thumbnail on one of your videos. I haven't watched the video, so this question does not have any background to it. Have you met anybody in your recent travels to Ghana? And you don't have to say their name. You don't have to give any. You can plead the fifth if you want. But have you met anybody? And or are you single, so that I can direct some of my viewers to and bring in their applications and see what's
married, right?
Come again?
You're single until you get married, right?
Me?
You're single until you're married.
Oh, okay.
You're single until I'm not married. I'm not married, but
now you are being smart, but we'll take it on face value. So
I did meet someone. We're still just getting to know each other process, so we'll see how that works. So maybe ask me in a couple months.
Fingers crossed for you. Because like for me, I like it when people, like two people meet and they are taking time to know each other, like in a very healthy, respectful way. Like I'm all for that. I'm like those things make me happy, you know, because I feel like everybody should be in the life of somebody who brings them peace, somebody who helps them grow, somebody who brings out the best in them or pushes them to become a better version of themselves. Unfortunately, it's not everybody who is like that. And on the surface, some people may present themselves to be that way because they may also have a hidden agenda. And so, keeping fingers crossed. I'm sure we are going to see a vlog if anything is happening and I need to start buying a new suit because I'm about to go for a wedding.
Like getting her girl ready.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh gosh, we'll see, Richard, we'll see. So anyways, guys, we're at the end of this vlog and I hope you liked the conversation. If you did and if you watched so far, you haven't pressed the like button or the subscribe button as it. Come on, guys, what you waiting for? It's free. Just show us some support and also put down in the comments what your experience has been like dating. If you've moved to another country as a single girl or single guy, you've moved to another country, what the dating scene has been like. If you have been discriminated against because of skin color or where you're from, just let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
And again, don't forget to go to Globally Engaged and go check his channel out. Very, very good content for anyone who's looking to go abroad for school or anything related to that. Okay, especially in my Ghanaians.
Yeah. So, this was a conversation that I had with my friend. I hope it was interesting. Feel free to drop your comments in the comment section below. Share your experiences if you are dating or if you're interested in dating somebody from a different country or even outside of your culture. And if your family has any issues with that, that will definitely help to drive the conversation so that we see how we can mitigate some of these challenges when we face them. And if you're watching this video and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that anytime a new video drops, you know the drill, you get notified. Also follow us on Twitter at globe_engage to stay up to date with sneak peek and previews of our upcoming videos. Until I see you on the next video, mask up and stay safe out there. Peace.